people, you don't finally read though. They say that Asari Dokubo don't use him mouth talk come outside say in they find a way to buy Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before they come do another plan go carry and come from China under kidnapping way. So you see this kidnapping things wey dey happen for Nigeria government first start am wey dey go China go carry Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As that one dey happen no be small thing e still come outside again come talk say the pastor wey review the Christian genocide in Nigeria he talk say that man say if he cause am say that man go kpai say nothing like that happen. Wetin we dey see for our korokoro eyes. My people, e no end for there as we dey talk right now say they don kpai police na kidnap one pastor go kpai the pastor. Police wey suppose protect life and property. I go play the video make you hear as this our sister take talk am. No be small thing happen today as we dey talk that one they say that for inside Benin Republic, our neighboring country here, they say their government no dey do well na so military men stand up come take over the power. We come dey hear kepu say Tinubu don send military go there with France go dey throw bomb for inside that place. But all of una dey care we now want US is we are a sovereign nation. That place are they not sovereign nation? What is Nigeria doing there with their fighter jets? My people, it don't do for this country. We go watch the videos before we come back continue. They say a man don't blast on motor show that Yoruba fake judge now we sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That man in life no go remain the same for this in generation to generation. In life will never remain the same again. See as everybody just the yabam international communities. Everybody don't know say that the judge that jail person without any law. It didn't show the person where the law. Oh, in life don't remain one bar. We'll go watch the video, hear the waiting this our brother talk. Stay tuned and share this video.
Betrayed Nnamdi Kanu because he was my friend. At the time Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, he was my enemy. I was looking for him to kill him. He was also looking for me to kill him. So I promised him that I would smoke him out. So how did I betray him? He don't even know the meaning of betrayal, sir. Months before he was caught, I told him I would smoke him out anywhere he is. Go and check my previous videos. So it's not a new thing. How will I betray my enemy? I've even held myself back for not talking about him any longer. So don't allow me to go back and start talking about him and spoil matter for him. Keep your lane. Day your day, make a day my day. I beg you. That time, if I place curse on you, you will not last 24 hours. Wallahi billahi bi-iznillah, you will not last 24 hours. If I, Mujahid of Bas, I place a curse on you, as you have been placing curse on people, 24 hours, you will not last. Because you are a fake and you are a liar. There's hardly any crisis in the north that is rooted in religion. So the Hausa people, farmers that are being killed in Sokoto and in Kpâi by the so-called bandits or whatever they are called, why are they killing them? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are listening to me. The pronouncement of mad Donald Trump, the lunatic United States of America, had triggered more hate in Nigeria than had solved the problem. I listen to many people. Sometimes I get angry because when people are deliberately lying, they're lying. And they claim that they are men of God. And I think maybe they are playing with God. They are just playing with God. Thou shalt not take the name of thy Lord thy God in vain. They are using the name of God in vain. One of such character is this fellow they call Dasama. You are not the only person that can talk rubbish evangelist or Pastor Dachamo or what is Ezekiel Dachamo. That guy is a pathetic and pathological liar. A liar from the pit of hell. Over the years, there have been rivalry in the north. I said people who don't study history. There have been conflict in the north. Tribal conflict along tribal lines, and this had metamorphosed into religious conflict. And so when they talk about Christian genocide and they bring Tinubu inside that Christian genocide, I look at it and I ask myself, are these people well? I am not Tinubu's lawyer. I am not Tinubu's advocate. But when you look at Tinubu now, do you think Tinubu will have anything to do with religious crisis? His wife is a Christian. His son, Kpâi, that is everywhere, is not a Muslim, which everybody knows. He, Tinubu himself knows. Kpâi is not a Muslim. His wife is not a Muslim. His daughter, Mrs. Ojo, even though she's a Muslim, she's married to a Christian. Why can't we tell ourselves just the raw truth? And people are afraid to talk. I saw that stupid, idiotic Igbo man who had been talking on channel. They bring him to shoot out hate, raw hate. He's not talking about the killings going on in Igbo land. Many Igbo towns and villages have been reduced to rubble. Desolate, they cannot go home. That is the truth of the matter. These liars are everywhere on television station talking rubbish. You are talking. Where have you been attacked? We know it. We have first-hand information about what is happening. And the government know these things. The government know this thing. So if Birom and Hausa people are fighting, Birom and Hausa people are fighting in the north. If Birom and Hausa people are fighting in the north, how does that translate? How does that translate to Christian Muslim genocide? Do we not know how the Govt just was appointed? We don't know how the Govt just was appointed. Was he appointed because Birom hold just? What of the Jarawas, who are almost majority Muslims? Is it not Sadwana Sokoto, a Sokoto man, a Fulani, a Muslim, that appointed his private secretary as the first Govt just? When there was agitation for Emir of Jos. People don't read this script, so they don't know anything. They come to lie.
People, this is not the moment where Asari Dokubo they talk all these things with his own mouth. Now let us watch another video of how a man take the correct Omotosho, that fake Yoruba judge wey sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Watch this video.
Sorry to say that man is an illiterate.
Wait.
Sincerely, I don't think he got there by merit.
Wait, I understand.
I think we should call him Injustice Omotosho. Sincerely speaking,
Injustice
right?
Omotosho.
Yeah, Injustice, not Justice Omotosho.
Injustice Omotosho.
Yes, Injustice, that should be his name. He does not merit that post.
Wait. I want to understand.
He does not merit it.
Wait. Nnamdi Kanu was not caught killing somebody.
No.
Nobody testified that he killed somebody.
No.
Or that he sent them to go and kill. So you sentenced somebody because of what he said.
No,
to life imprisonment.
Yes.
And the prosecutor was asking for death sentence.
Yes. On what ground?
Jesus Christ.
This is, see, we are not even backing him. Let's assume he committed the crime. Let's assume. Okay? But quote the law on which you are passing judgment. It's as simple as that. Do you understand? For me, that is my worry. Okay, let's assume Nnamdi Kanu committed that. Let's assume what they said, everything they said is true. Okay, but what is the law? On which law are you judging him? Why you cannot quote it?
Or are they going to rehabilitate him?
I don't know. Let's
and send him into the army.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do to
see, this is shame. This is shame of a century. And okay, you see, that have brought also the case before the Congress in America. One of the Congress guy was saying that Nigeria judiciary is a mess.
And these guys don't even care. These guys don't even care.
No, they don't care because they are evil. They don't care because they are corrupt. You know, that is they thrive in that situation. You understand? Yeah, if something should go normal, all of them will be relevant. In a second.
People who think this way cannot compete.
Never.
They cannot compete in a standard situation. They are thriving because of Nigerians like this.
Yes.
And you cannot see
in a lawlessness.
You in a country that is that runs on principle and law. That judge cannot be a judge.
Never.
It's not possible.
Never.
And that prosecutor cannot get a job.
Never.
It is simple that this is how it is, but because of how Nigeria, you know, these people, what they do is they'll find somebody that they can use, then they will promote that person. Appoint the Tinubu.
Yeah, that's what they
judges.
Do. You remember?
Tinubu have appointed judges, people that he will be using to execute his illegal jobs, whatever that he wants to do.
You see, this man, our current president Tinubu, is a bad guy. Sincerely, you know, these are people that have. No, I'm telling you, you know, most of them don't know the depth of his you know, of his evil. Yes, you know. Since he did not contest, why he was not contesting, he was working behind to change the rules, the laws. You remember, if Nigeria laws was not changed, this man cannot become a president. Part of the reasons, you know, part of the law that they work from behind to change was that some cases is for party to decide, not for the constitution. You remember when they raised case about his eligibility to contest as a president in Nigeria, and the court said that is a party. Yeah, that is a party issue. Since the party could not deal with that, that the government does not have anything to say. The whole country, you could imagine that what will make somebody a president?
Mastermind.
Yeah, criminally mastermind. He did that from you know, behind to change the rule. That if party did not determine that this person is not eligible to contest, it's a party issue, not a federal government issue. How can that be? Is he going to govern only his party? Somebody that is coming to govern a whole nation, and you are saying that is a party matter. They're supposed to have decided it. It's not something you can consider. So they have started working day and night for years to change the rules, so that he can be a president. All these judges, they have started promoting them. The people who will work for them, not today, the same way they started. Somebody like this Omotosho got this job by connection. He did not merit it. From the way he read the judgment, you could see that this person is not learned. This person is half-baked. He cannot claim to be this person is not
claim to be full-baked.
No. It's not a full-baked job. It's not a full-baked judge. He's not an intelligent guy. He's even reading with emotion. You could see that from his tone.
But it was a missionary case. This was a missionary case.
Oh my God!
Nnamdi Kanu case was the biggest case in Nigeria. I think it's still the biggest case in Nigeria right now. And this guy has handled it this way. I don't know what exactly they wanted to do, or they wanted to provoke riots in the eastern part or protest. I don't know exactly what their plan was.
No.
But one thing is guaranteed. Any hatred that they wanted to spark, they have succeeded in that.
No, you see, Nigeria is destroying themselves.
Do you know how many years that Igbo people talked about what happened during the Civil War and the Ojukwu, how they maltreated our leader Ojukwu, right? Yeah. And the kind of love that we had for Ojukwu, or we have for Ojukwu, another person that we had that kind of love for is Nnamdi Kanu. Look at how they treated Nnamdi Kanu's case. And they said Igbos are working against the unity of Nigeria. They are using, I would say right now, no, they are using, because these people that support this thing, because Nnamdi Kanu is Igbo, they are forgetting that this is one country.
Yes, it's going to affect everybody. And I will tell you where we are going. And we are very close to them. It's already happening. Now, what is doing? They may think, oh, because it's an Igbo man, everybody is jubilating.
That is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it will boomerang. Because once what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is trying to balkanize the nation. You remember this recently, what happened in PDP? A judge gave a ruling in Abuja. This market day fashion secure another ruling in what is it called? In Ibadan. That is a conflict. Okay? They are now balkanizing the judiciary. So you are now, you thought you are doing an Igbo man. You don't know that what you are doing will go beyond, because it's a point of reference. A time will come, it will happen to two elephants. Like what happened to Nwike and Makinde. Yeah, Nwike went to Abuja and secured his, court order. The same way, Makinde did secure his court order in Ibadan. Yes, and there was a clash. That is where we are going. Very soon we will begin to have such clashes, because they are just balkanizing the nation. They are just balkanizing every department. That is where it's going. It's not about Nnamdi. They are just exposing themselves, and they are destroying Nigeria. At the end, it's not about Igbo man. To them, yes, an Igbo man. Let's do it. Very soon they will fall out among themselves. Just mark it.
Has it not happened before?
Well, I don't have.
No, if it hasn't happened, I will be very surprised.
I don't know if it has happened, but the way it's going now, that you are not following the rules. You are judging. You just feel like reading judgment because you have the power. Some people are backing you. A time we call there will be division among the ranks, among the, like what happened between Wike and Makinde that used to be ally. Yeah, it will continue to happen. A time we call that division, that balkanization will happen in the judiciary. And then one judge will rule, the next judge will say, no, this is not what we agreed, and this is not the law. Before you know, the fight will erupt in the court of law, and nobody will obey them again. They will finish themselves. There's an adage by this our writer Echeno Achebe, that when the gods want to destroy someone, they first of all make him what? Mad. So they are heading towards their destruction. And the gods are making them mad. So they don't care what decision they take. They don't care what judgment they pass. They feel they don't know they are heading towards their destruction. It is very close.
Welcome back, my wonderful people. As you don't watch that video, now don't hear them as they talk. Now let me play you this video. The police were supposed to protect life and property. Now they come turn around, come to take the life and the property. Watch the video.
Fada anụnwunu na-ene anya ebe a, ndị uwe ojii wibe kidnapped ya nọ gbuo ye, ndị uwe ojii polisi wibe kidnapped ya, ọwụlọ ndị oshi polisi nyawo ndị uwe ojii ndị ọlọkpa ekelebe ha nwa wibe kidnapped fada anụnwa gbuo ye ya ọnwụọ. Fada wo onye osina na Ide-Atọ North Local Government Imo State. O wee wụrụ na ọ na-ana beria papa ya, chọrọ ini mpa ya kwa ya wee buru moto wee naba ka o jekwa papa ya. Mgbe ọ na-apụta na Banana Junction n'Imo State, onye ọwụna si pọta anaghị ama Banana Junction, ka ọ na-apụta na ya, ndị uwe ojii buru ya kidnap ya, wee were ihe were machie ya ọnụ, machie ya imi, kechie ya anya wee vuru ya na-agba mgbe ha na-agbazi n'ụzọ wee chọpụta na ọnwụnwa na maka enweghị ele o si eku ume ama nke iji esi kechie mmadụ ọnụ kechie mmadụ imi kechie ọwa ehu onwezighị ele o si eku ume ya were nwụọ mgbe ha chọpụtara na ọnwụnwa na ha tụgbuo ozu ya were ATM kaadị ya were fon ya were jewara ndị be dị nwaanyị na-achọzie maka ọ gwara na ọ na-anata akwamozu mpapa ha nọrọzie na-achọzi ya abụzi ihe na-achọ ya abụzi ihe ha wee jezie chọkwazie ndị uwe ojii ọzọ wee mere investigeshọn wee trakịba fon ya wee trakịgide wee trakịta ya na polis steshọn o wee ruo na polis steshọn wee trakịta ya n'aka polisi ji enu were nwụchikọm ndị polisi kpem were jụba isi ya ịma onye a na-akpọ Siriaklus Ọnụnkwọ aha dị Reverend Fada Siriaklus Ọnụnkwọ ajụba isi ya ịma onye ọwụ ya asụ mba mgbe ejideziri ya were mesibezi n'eyi ike ya wee kwuo na ha kidnapụrụ ya ndị ahụ ebulu n'elu isi m ọbawu ndị polisi ndị uwe ojii wibe kidnapụrụ Fada anụnwa ọba nọ n'elu isi m ibe a wee sị na ha kidnapụrụ ya wee vuru ya na-aga unfortunately wee bụrụ na okwutezighị ume n'ibe ha kechiri ya n'imi na ọnụ were nwụọ ma were tụgbuo ozu ya wee were ATM kaadị ya na fon ya ele ka o si wee nwụrụ ya nkwete wee je gosi ebe ha tọgbọrọ ozu dị man ndị famili ya wee nwee ike vụrụ ozu nwanne be nwoke jekwaa imagine onye na-anata ka ọkwa mpa ya ọnwụkwuo ya akwafu mpa akwaba nwa o wee wụrụzie na ndụ anyị tiri ndụ anyị n'aka ka ba zọba wuzibewu ndị na-egbu anyị ndị uwe ojii ọkwa na peji m nke ọzọ ka nnọ mbụ ụnyaahụ nke a ka nnọ wee postuo vidio ebe a na-ekwu maka ndị ọkụzụ SARS elu o si wuruzie n'ọba na-abọkasị mmadụ elu o si wuruzie n'ọba maọbụ ndị na-eme all kinds of things aka m posturu dị vidio nwata nwa agbọghọ na-akọ ihe gbasara ọkụzụ SARS nke na-ewere vurukwa bịa ya enwezighị ebe anyị chere ukwu nara mbọ enwezighị n'ebe a nye ihe na-agazi n'ụzọ hụ polisi chiri obu n'aka basịgo stọpụ ume a na-amafugo bikos enwe ha ma ejebe anwụrụ hụnụ ọkwa nwere vidio m posturu bifo nwoke na-akọ ele epostu nyere ma ọda peji nwoke na-akọ ele si wee kidnapụ nwunye na nwa n'Imo steeti kwa ofu ndị polisi Imo steeti ahụ alụ mekwere Chineke nyekwara mmadụ aka mmadụ amakwa ebe o chere ukwu nara mbọ abanwoju ga na waleze n'isi ọfịa ka emesịa.
Breaking news out of West Africa from the country of Benin, where a military coup is underway. Soldiers have appeared on national television saying that they have overthrown President Patrice Talon, seizing power of the country. We're also getting reports of gunfire near Talon's residence that's located in Benin's largest city of Cotonou. And the West African country is sandwiched between Togo and Nigeria. In January, 2 associates of the president were sentenced to 20 years in prison for plotting a coup last year. We will have more later on at this developing story.
My people, no be small thing o, una don hear am, but as we dey talk right now, they say Tinubu don carry im jet with France enter there go dey trouble for inside Benin Republic. E don red. Abeg make you share this video, drop your own opinion for inside comment section.